name is Joe. I'm one of the directors here at King's Golf Studio. I founded it with Gary King, who's a European Tour and Challenge Tour professional. And we set up this studio, and we've got 9 TrackMan bays, an elite performance studio, and we've got PuttView on our putting green. And we've always wanted a putting green, and PuttView is something we've seen, on Sky Sports, and it's something that we wanted to implement into the studio because we know it's a great tool. So that's how that came about. But yeah, the studio is kind of an accumulation of loads of ideas that have all been put together. So we've got a couple of different avenues. We have got a membership base, so you can become a member. Becoming a member gets you discount, effectively gets you a much cheaper bay rate, and you get discounts behind the bar and on food. But you can also walk in off the street and use the facility. So anyone can come in and use the PuttView, anyone come in and use the gears and the 3D system that we have in the Elite Studio. So it's a bit of a mix, but obviously if you're a member, you get more perks. There are lots of tools out there to help with putting, but I think the visual that you get with PuttView, the fact that you can put the ball anywhere on the green, knowing that you can choose the correct break and see how much it breaks. I mean, there's one particular putt here that we use every time when we do a demo. It's about 7 feet and it breaks about 3.5 feet. And even every day I look at it, I still don't believe it breaks that much. But when you break it, that far outside the hole at dead pace, it breaks that much. And it's a great visual tool for seeing how much break there is. It's great to understand pace as well, because you can see how much the pace changes the break of the putt. And yeah, the fact that you've got ball tracking as well, it's just a great system, and we can use it for the social side of things. So a lot of people like playing putt pong. It's pretty fun, it's pretty popular, and people book in just to use the putt pong on a Saturday night for an hour. They book the green out, they have a few drinks, and it's just another revenue stream for us as a business. We expected it to be popular especially because of the putt pong, and obviously this venue isn't just for serious golfers, it's one for the social crowd as well. I mean, you can see we've got a pretty big bar, pretty wide selection of drinks and food as well, so there was always going to be a social dynamic. So the putt pong was always going to be popular. When we posted the first video about it, everyone was like, oh, that looks awesome. It's the first thing that people say, oh, we've seen that on the internet. So we expected that to be good. But just recently we've had a couple of European Tour players that have come down to use the system just before going out to Switzerland, and it's just there for everybody. So we expected it to be used, but the social side of things I think actually gets used as much as the practice side. The pros love it because obviously it gives you that real-time feedback, the start line, break point. If you hit it too hard, it stays high and it misses the hole on the high side. If you don't quite hit it hard enough, it misses low side. It's giving you the corridor, which is a really great visual. Looking at another good thing with green reading is obviously on the professional mode, you can put the percentage of the slope on the green, which is a great visual for any guys that use aim point, the guys that will sit there and feel the break with their feet. And we get them to tell us what they think it is, and then we can put the numbers up, and it actually helps with their green reading. So the pros love it. And on the social side of things, really it's mainly the games. So it's the putt pong, the maze, the plane shooter. They love all those games as well. If you were to walk in here on a Tuesday afternoon or a Tuesday morning, it would be £15 an hour for the green. A weekday evening or all day Sunday, it would be £20 an hour. And if you want to do it on a Friday or a Saturday night, which is our prime time, it's £30 an hour. But you can have 6, 8 people on here for an hour or so, and it's going to cost you peanuts, less than £4 each. So it's a great way to spend the time. And obviously we encourage as many people in the group as possible, because more people in is more people having fun, buying drinks behind the bar, etc. Absolutely. I mean, so what we sometimes do is we do spot offers where we decide, right, tonight we're gonna make PuttView free. So we'll sometimes give away PuttView, the pool tables and the shuffleboard for free, because that encourages people to come in from the social side of things that would maybe wouldn't play on the golf simulators. Maybe they wouldn't come in to go to the bar in a golf place, whereas it gives them an activity, it's something different. There's a lot of venues in London, for example, where you can go and play darts at Flight Club, or you go play table tennis at Bounce. All these kind of social venues, and people are going there because it's something to do, it's something different, and it's certainly something different. And ultimately the skill of putting, we all know how hard it actually is, but in terms of just the actual physical side of it. It's not a difficult mechanical swing to make, so anybody can hold a putter and hit putts, and that's why it's quite fun, because it can be used by anybody. As long as they're not too close by. No, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, the way I see it in terms of cost and in terms of space, it doesn't really take up any more space than another bay. So we've got 9 of them. We don't really need 10. So if we were to have 10 bays, we would easily chop one of those out for a PuttView system. So instead of buying another TrackMan, we buy PuttView. You know, it's a good substitute, and actually we don't need any more simulators. We could probably do with another PuttView green, to be honest with you. So we are thinking in the future to add one onto the smaller green that we've got in the teaching studio, just so that you can be locked away in privacy and have lessons in there. But yeah, it's a no-brainer.